Hey everybody, welcome back. We are here today, or I am here today with an aerospace engineer to see who is better at figuring out the notes in wine. JK, we're gonna talk about grief, as well as how this aerospace engineer found himself working in a memorial diamond lab.
Yeah.
Also about what memorial diamonds are. A lot of different topics. The wine that we are drinking today is called Guild. It's a vintage 2016 red wine from the Columbia Valley. Abe, tell me what you know about this wine.
Columbia Valley is actually my third favorite valley, and the wine from there tastes like fruit.
Oh, what are your first two favorite valleys?
Death Valley is a pretty cool valley. It's really hot. No wine comes from there. I don't really like to talk about my second favorite valley. It's kind of a personal secret. I don't want to share that with the world.
All right. Taste it. Tell me what notes you taste. Oh, I think I might have poured myself more than you.
It's good. Those are my notes. I'm not a good wine drinker.
What? That's the whole reason we brought you on the show.
It's a good reason.
Okay, hold on. I don't like the way it smells. You smell it. It smells kind of like garbage. What the heck is a memorial diamond?
What is a memorial diamond?
Yeah, what is it?
Well, a memorial diamond is a diamond, just like diamonds that we get out of the earth, just like diamonds that are grown above ground. Diamonds are used for a lot of purposes. In industry, in jewelry, in science and technology, there's fascinating uses. What a memorial diamond is taking all that research that's gone into growing real diamonds above ground and just using a different carbon source. Normal diamonds are coming from carbon that's sourced from natural gases and oil industries that they're reducing down all of that oil into pure carbon. We're taking carbon from personal ashes and supplementing the carbon that would normally be used to grow a lab-grown diamond. Through that process, we're able to make a beautiful jewelry product that's identical to diamonds in terms of carbon structure, but coming from carbon that actually has significance in its history.
Now, the carbon in a memorial diamond is not 100% like biocarbon, which is like carbon from ashes or hair. Is that right?
That's correct.
Yeah. Do we know, like why is that? Why do you combine regular carbon with it?
When you do normal lab-grown diamonds, all the carbon that you get comes from a single source, single machine, one run. It's identical all throughout. We're talking on a microscopic level. For us, every single growth is different in that respect. Every single growth on a microscopic level is a little bit unique, and that's the beauty of what we do, is that every person is unique in their life. Every person is unique the way that they live and the way that they get to this point, and they're unique when they come through our process as well. It creates a challenge for us, absolutely. So I have the fun of having unique challenges every single day, but by using a little bit of natural carbon, which we know exactly what its composition, its shape, and its form is, and having that as kind of a buffer to our biocarbon, which is unique, it helps smooth out that process. And that way, we don't need to try 6 or 7 times to get a good diamond for somebody. We're able to grow them a good diamond, usually on the first try, which makes for a much more significant experience for them and a better experience for them.
Try to smell it as I drink it. Have you done that?
Okay, I'm picking up the garbage.
It's a good wine, guys. We like it.
Does it taste like blackberries, a little bit of cherries?
That's what I say every time. What? He got it. I say those ingredients every single time.
Yeah, but I say them in a very convincing tone.
Scientifically. How is aerospace engineering and like memorial diamond science similar?
If you had asked me that 2 years ago, I would have said not at all. It's a very odd jump, and I find myself having to explain that to people quite often. But it's really fascinating because as an engineer, particularly my background is in mechanical engineering, and the majority of my experience was actually in thermal management, designing systems that go to Mars, things that go into space, things that go onto commercial aircraft and military aircraft. And when you're talking about those things, we're talking about hundreds of millions of dollars on a single piece of equipment. And when you go to space, particularly, once it's up there, it's up there. You're not allowed to say, ooh, you know what, I need to replace a fuse. There's nobody to replace the fuse, it's up. So if you make a mistake, it's gone, the whole multi-million-dollar thing. So when you take all of those things, the founders of Eterneva, when they first started talking to me, I was also kind of like, no, I'm an aerospace engineer. how does that translate? And it's really interesting because they wanted to bring a level of quality and care for what they're doing. Now, the quality and care comes from a different reason. It's not the financial aspect, it's the emotional aspect of, we can't make a mistake because this is somebody's loved one. This is unique and it's one of a kind. And what we've done is taken that mindset of what you do in aerospace to say, okay, we need to make sure that this is right, that it's traceable, that it's guaranteed, and that we're not going to make mistakes, and translate that into the diamond industry. And along the way, my experience in chemistry and material science, equipment design, and electronics has played a massive role in understanding how these diamond growth machines work, how diamond growth works, which is one of the most impressive chemical and material science applications with a lot of thermodynamics. It's really, really complicated. And really all my experience in engineering has allowed me just to be able to absorb that information from people who spent their lifetimes doing it.
All right, you're gonna play a game now.
Oh, good.
It's called
Heads up, 7-up.
It's called food pairing.
Oh.
I'm gonna have you guys tell me what food you guys think this wine pairs best with.
This would go nice with a very good 3-day-old vintage banana peel. Mm-hmm. I would drink this with Thanksgiving dinner because it kind of tastes like cranberries.
This seems heavy for Thanksgiving dinner, though. Like, this seems like a heavier wine. And
Well,
things are already heavy. Like,
It's got a big aroma of alcohol, and if I'm going to be surrounded by my family at Thanksgiving, I might need a little extra. So I hope they don't see this. Love you guys.
I hope they do.
It goes good with beef, pasta, veal, and poultry.
We said none of those things.
Veal. Turkey was not on that list, so you lose.
Poultry?
Poultry. Oh, the scientist gets one on the English major. Oh, well, okay, so one more question. What is the most interesting part of the Memorial Diamond process?
Ooh. I think the coolest part is the diamond growth, but it's not the specifics of how diamonds grow. It's the fact that there's a little bit of a sense of artistry to this beyond just science. It's not just temperature and pressure. There's so much going on, and there's so many different ways to do it that I've been fascinated to speak to. I've talked to 5 or 6 different diamond growth experts that have been doing this for their entire life. They're PhDs in different subjects, and all of them have their own little quirks, their own little ways of doing this, even though they're all getting the same type of results. I think that's just like such a phenomenal thing to see, and it really speaks to their work, because it's not like you can't just go take a class and learn how to use a piece of equipment and say like, I can grow diamonds on it. It's years and years and years of figuring out how to do it, and it's empirical work of trying different things and trying to do it different than everybody else, because you want to be the guy that grows diamonds this way. It's your way. And it's really cool to me, one, just like how incredibly difficult it is to do, and the fact that all these guys have found different ways to do it and have their own spin on it. For me as a scientist, I love to learn, and being able to hear all these different guys talk about it, it's just like such a uplifting moment, and gives you so much like excitement for the future.
Are you coming up with your own way?
I put some tweaks on.
Well, I think that is it for us today. It's not. We have to talk more about this wine, because we got to figure out what's in it to see if the aerospace engineer beat the English major. And I think he already has, because he guessed 2 of the ingredients, which are some of the most common ingredients in wine. If it is a organic wine and it doesn't taste good, you can bet it's because you're not from Italy.
Oh.
And Italians taste dirt different than we do.
What?
Fun facts I've learned. I'm probably saying it differently than like experts would say it, but that's what I took from that.
It's pronounced Dirte.
Okay.
Let's do a sudden death round here, where you 2 have to guess a citrus fruit, and whoever guesses in the wine wins.
Grapefruit.
I was gonna say orange.
Tracy's the winner.
Yes! If you like videos like these, or following along with these really ridiculous antics, then go ahead and click that like button, as well as click that bell so that you get notified anytime we release something new. Big thank you to good old Abe. Gotta touch it to your nose first.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, and then we can cheers. There you go. See you guys next time. In here, because it looks like it. Hi everybody, and welcome back. Today we are talking about Memorial Diamonds, and also talking a little bit about why I keep showing up here in your feed with wine, talking about grief.